Hey y'all, we're going to do a little bit more on function notation and evaluating from a graph. You'll look at a little bit more function notation and evaluating from the actual function equation when you get working on Khan Academy, but we'll refresh it in the beginning, but mainly we're going to look at evaluating from a graph. All right, so if I'm given the function f of x equals 2x plus 4, how else can that be written? F of x is what? F of x equals y. It's really the same thing as saying y equals 2x plus 4. When they have the f of x there, that's just a fancy way to say y. They're telling you this is a function and this is what the function equals. Okay, but this is another way you can see it written, and you're probably used to seeing it written this way. You just need to get used to the fact that now they're using f of x in place of y. F of negative 3 means wherever I see x, now they're replacing x with negative 3. So you're going to plug negative 3 in for x and solve for y, for your f of x. All right, I'm going to do it on the side. So I'm going to bring the equation on the side. F of x equals 2x plus 4. And I'm going to plug in, I'm going to find f of negative 3. That means wherever I see x, I'm now plugging in negative 3. So 2 times x, which is now negative 3, plus 4. And I'm going to solve. So f of negative 3 equals 2 times negative 3. I got to do my multiplication before I can do my addition. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. And then I'm just left with negative 6 plus 4. So f of negative 3 equals negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. So I inputted my x value, and I got an output of my y value. So the ordered pair would be negative 3, negative 2. My x, my input, my dependent variable was negative 3. I put it into the equation, and I got out my output, my y value, my range, my independent variable. I ended up getting negative 2. All right, let's go on to back to that last one. Our big idea is basically what I talked about right here, and just making sure you realize what that's meaning. Okay, we're going to look at a few more where you're given, where it says f of x equals negative 3. What is the difference between this one and this one? In this top one, they're telling you that x equals negative 3, and they're saying find y. In this bottom one, you have nothing in place of x, but you have a number over here. Remember, f of x is the same thing as saying y equals negative 3. So in this situation, you know that y equals negative 3, and you want to find x. So in the top situation, you are given, my board is slow, you are given an input. You need to find the output. Oops. In the bottom situation, you are given the output. You need to find the input. You need to find input. Sorry, my board is being pretty funky this morning. Okay, So that's pretty much our big main idea here. We talked about it yesterday, and we're going to do a little bit more. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. All right, so we want to evaluate the function for the following values. So here is my function. Here is my graph. Remember, this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. Your x is horizontal, your y is vertical. It's asking me to find f of -4, f of 0, f of -2, f of 3. Remember, it's usually written as f of x. They have replaced the x with some value. So I gave you a little hint down here. You are given the x value, find it on the graph and tell me how far you move up or down. So you are given the input or the x value, find the output, which is the y value. So if I'm given x is -4, where is x -4? -1, -2, -3. -4 is right here, but I'm, oops, my graph's off a little. Pencil. All right, so I'm given -4 is right here, but that's not on the graph. Remember, x is -4 anywhere up or down. Okay, so I would have to go up here. So that is where x is -4. What's the y value there? The y value would be 2. I went up 2 to get to the point. So, whoops, when x is -4, y is 2. Let's find f of -2. When x is -2, it looks to me like I don't have to go up or down at all. I'm right on the line. So y would be 0. If my input is -2, my output is 0. All right, let's try f of 0. So if I go, x is 0 right here, but I'm not on the graph. Do I need to go up or down to get to the graph? Looks like I need to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and y is 5. So when my input is 0, my output there is 5. Or when my range, when my domain is 0, my range is 5. Last one, f of 3. When x is 3, 1, 2, 3, I'm right here. Do I need to go up or down to get to the graph? Looks like I need to go up 2. So y is 2. When my input is 3, my output is 2. All right, evaluate the function for the given values. Again, I'm doing the same exact thing. I'm just given a different function. So I'm finding f of 4, f of -2, f of 0, f of 5. So they're giving me some different input values, and I need to find my output. So f of 4, where is x equal 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. Do I need to go up or down? Looks like I need to go up +2. So y is 2. F of -2. Well, -2 is over here, and it looks like I need to go down 1, 2, 3, -4. So when my input is -2, when my domain is -2, my output is -4. F of 0 is right here, but it looks like I need to go up 2. So when my domain is 0, my range is 2. And last but not least, f of 5. So when x is 5 is right over here, but it looks like I have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. So when my domain is 5, my range is 4. I'm just using that graph to analyze and find what my domains and ranges are based off of what I'm given. All right. F of -3. Where is x -3? Well, looks like I'm right on the graph, so I'm not going up or down, so y must be 0. F of 1. When x is 1, looks like I need to go down just 1, so y is -1. F of 0. Right at that origin, but it looks like I need to go down 1, -2, so y is -2. And then f of 4. So when x is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it looks like I need, looks like I need to go up 1, 2. It looks like it's not really exactly on 1, so I'm going to say like 2.5. Usually they'll be exactly on a full number and not be a decimal like that. Okay. All right, I want you guys to pause this video, try this one on your own, and then you can play it and you can match your answers with mine and see if you agree. So pause it right now, try those 4. All right, hopefully you tried number 4 on your own and you're back to check your answers. So f of -4, when x is -4, it's right here and it looks like I have to go down 3, so y is -3. F of 4, where is x 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like I have to go down 1, 2, again to -3. F of 0 is right at the origin, but it looks like I have to go up to get to the graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And f of 3, when x is 3, 1, 2, oh, right on the line. Y is 0. All right, now this is a little bit different. Now they're giving you f of x equals -3. Remember, this really means that y equals -3. Okay, so you are wanting to know, you're given the output. You are given output. You need to find the input. You're given the output, though, which is the y value. You need to find the input, which is the x value. All right, so let's see what you get. All right. So pretty much this occurs when you are given the y and you need to find x. All right, so I'm given the y. Be very careful here. I'm given when y equals -3. So y is -3 right here. Remember, y is -3 anywhere horizontally there. It looks like I hit the graph at 2 spots. I hit the graph right there. Y is -3 right there. And y is also -3 right there. What are the x values of that? The x values look like, what's that x value? -1, 2, 3. Looks like x is -4 at the first one. The second one, when y is -3, it looks like x is 1, 2, 3, +4. Okay, so in this situation, I am given my output of y equals -3, and I actually end up getting 2 inputs. That can happen sometimes, and it usually happens when you're given a parabola like this, because it hits on both sides there. Now, how would I write that? So f of x equals -3. That's what we were given here. And I actually found out the answer. When x is -4, it equals -3. Also, when x is +4, it equals -3. So both of these situations satisfy the output of -3. So we're kind of switching it around a little bit here. So you've got to be cautious to make sure you understand when they're giving you the input and wanting you to find the output, or when they give you the output and want you to find the input. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of both in this question. So we got a table, now we have a table. And in this situation, they're giving us f of -2 and f of 5. Remember, it's usually written as f of x. So in this case, they're giving me the x value in both of them. So they're giving me the input, they want me to find the output in these top two. So if the input, if the x value is -2, what's the output? 0. In the second one, if the input, the x value, the domain is 5, the y value, or the output, or the range, is -2. Now these bottom two are different. They're telling me f of x equals -1. Remember, f of x equals y. Just a fancy way to say y. So really that means y equals -1. I'm given the output. So I'm looking at the y column this time. So if y is -1, I see it right here. What is my x value? +1. In this situation, f of x equals -2. Remember, they're telling you the output. They're telling you that y is -2. Well, where's that? Y is -2 right down here. So what's your x? What's your input? What's your domain? Looks to me like it's 5. All right, another one from a table. And they're giving me a little bit of both. So these top ones, what are they giving me in the top ones? Are they giving me the output and asking me to find the input? Or are they giving me the input and asking me to find the output? So think about that. Remember, it's f of x. What have they given me? And hopefully you realize they're giving me the input here. They're giving me the x value. They want you to find the y value. So if x is 4, what's y? 3. If x is 1, what's y? 2. Bottom ones, they're telling me f of x. Remember, f of x is y. So y equals 6. They're giving you the output, find the input. So go to your y column. When y is 6, x is 5. Same thing here. F of x is the same thing as y equals 2. When y is 2, x is 1. All right, last one. Using the map to the right, find the value of f of 2. So what are they giving me? Remember, it's usually written as f of x, but now it looks like they replaced x with 2. In a mapping, your x is your first oval. So here is 2. Where does that go to? They gave me the input. I need to find the output. It looks like 2 goes to 7. So when my input, my domain is 2, my output or my range is 7. All right, that's the very last thing you're going to do. So go ahead and check Google Classroom to see what else you have to do for today. Email me or send me a remind message if you have any questions.